Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry I look crazy right now. I have to do this quickly because the sun's going down. I wasn't really planning on doing this today, but there's just too much going on for me to not do this. Also, sorry in advance, there's some morons shooting off firecrackers, so just expect there to be some background noise. So, unfortunately, I couldn't even wait a week in between videos because there's just so much garbage going on. So, the first thing I want to talk about is a case that actually happened in July of 2005, so 15 years ago, from this young lady. She was 19 years old. Her name was Lavina Johnson, but her body was found on the Balad military base in Iraq, and this was, of course, declared as a suicide, like all murders are, it seems like nowadays. They said that she shot herself with the M16 rifle. Anyways, thanks. Cold Case Investigations Research Institute took this case on. These is like a... Sorry. The Cold Case Investigations Research Institute took this case on. They also did famous cases like Tupac. Thank you! Seriously. Her teeth were knocked out, and she was beaten all over, and then acid was then poured onto her genitals to remove DNA, any signs of DNA. She was a black woman, and the reason I bring this up is because of the recent case that just happened with Vanessa Golian, and she was only 20 years old. She was also in the military, and she was killed by a man named Aaron David Robinson, who committed suicide because the police were closing in on him. And she was struck in the head multiple times with a hammer, and she was put into a box. They attempted to burn her, but it didn't work. So Aaron Robinson's girlfriend and him, they dismembered her body, her limbs and her head, and they buried her in 3 separate holes. And that was in Austin. But there were never any actual claims of sexual assault being made because, it's not any news that the military does not take this seriously. But there was definitely some sexual assault going on. So yeah, I just wanted to bring up that case from a long time ago because this is nothing new. Lavina Johnson was a black woman, and Vanessa was Hispanic. Whether or not these are racial issues is up to you. I mean, they are, but it happens too much. There were also 3 black trans women that have been murdered in the past couple weeks. Their 22-year-old Tatiana Hall was murdered in New Jersey. 22 Mercy Mack was murdered in Dallas, Texas, and 17-year-old Brayla Stone was murdered in Little Rock, Arkansas. A detective in Massachusetts was fired this week because he shared a Black Matters Life Instagram post, and before anyone says, oh, it's because, in the military and just whatever, you're not allowed to share political, share your political views like that. This is not a political matter. This is just human rights, so I don't even want to hear that because there's nothing wrong with saying that black people have the same rights as everybody else. In light, though, the Crown Act was passed in Virginia, which makes it illegal for hair discrimination, but unfortunately other laws that are similar to this, there's only 5 states that have similar laws, and they're in New York, New Jersey, Colorado, Washington, and California. That's nowhere near 50, so that's kind of crazy that you're legally allowed to discriminate for hair texture.